Hello everyone, let us look at how we can graph a polynomial function. So the question says graph the polynomial function, and certain characteristics that we have to tell for this is we have to tell x and the y-intercept, multiplicity and the end behavior. So let's first start with the x-intercept. X-intercept is where our y is 0, that's why it is an x-intercept, it crosses x-axis. So y should be 0 over there. So in our equation gx equals to x plus 4 x minus 1 whole square, gx is nothing but it's a function of y. So we have to put y equals to 0 in order to find out the x-intercept. We are going to put that, and then according to the zero factor property, if two products are equals to 0, either one of them is equals to 0. So we put both of them equals to 0, and we got that x is negative 4 and x is 1. So negative 4, 0 and 1, 0 are the x-intercepts. Talking about the multiplicities, x plus 4 is only having a exponent of 1, so it's a multiplicity of 1, and it has an exponent of 2, so it has a multiplicity of 2. We can also say it like that. We can also write x minus 1 whole square as x minus 1 times x minus 1, so that's 2 times. So that's what we call multiplicity of 2. And x plus 4 is only x plus 4 one time, so it's multiplicity of 1. So that's where we have done two things. We have done the x-intercepts, and we have also told about the multiplicities. Multiplicities are useful while graphing the polynomial function, that I will tell you at the end when we are graphing it. Next is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is where x is 0. So x is in the y-axis, x would be 0 over there. So in our equation we'll just put x 0 and calculate for y. So we got y-intercept as 0, 4. So that's next characteristics that we have figured it out. Next is the end behavior, like how it behaves at the end. For that we have to know two things, the degree and the leading coefficient. And either leading coefficient is positive or negative, and what's the degree? It's either odd or even. So we can see if I open this, I'll get a square over here, and if I open this, it will got multiply with the square and become cube. So degree is the highest power any x term can have. So degree would be 3 over here. So degree is 3, and the coefficient would be positive. I cannot see that coefficient of, we are talking about the coefficient of the highest degree. That's what we call leading coefficient. So coefficient of highest degree, when it multiplies with x square, it will still remain positive. So we have a odd degree and a positive leading coefficient. In that case we have this, that x approaches positive infinity, that means it goes up on the right and it goes down on the left, which in mathematical terms can be said x tends to infinity, our function tends to positive infinity, x tends to negative infinity, our function tends to negative infinity. So now we know that the end behavior, now we know the intercepts. Now we have to graph it. Now you can see that at x-intercept negative 4 it crosses it, but at x-intercept 1 it touches and bounces back. How that we know that? It's depend upon the multiplicity. If the multiplicity is odd, it crosses it, and if the multiplicity is even, it touches at that point and bounces back. So multiplicity was even at 1, it's 2. So at 2, at x equals to 1, x-intercept 1, it touches and bounce back, because it's 2, multiplicity is 2, which is even multiplicities. And here multiplicity is 1, it's odd multiplicity. Odd multiplicity crosses that point, so it crosses over here and bounce back over here. So now we have all the required informations. We can draw our curve with a freehand diagram without lifting our pen. So that will be the curve of our polynomial function. I hope you understood this. Thank you.